One serene December morning, Pearl Harbor, America's impenetrable Pacific bastion, erupted into an inferno. In 2 hours, its mighty fleet lay crippled, leaving the world bewildered. How could such devastation occur in waters deemed safe, especially from the era's most feared naval weapon? A hidden technological key defied all conventional wisdom. Pearl Harbor, serving as the critical home base for the U.S. Pacific Fleet, was unquestionably a strategic cornerstone, projecting American naval power across the vast Pacific. It was widely perceived as an impenetrable fortress, a bastion of security. Yet beneath this veneer of strength lay a critical, unforeseen Achilles heel. A prevailing military doctrine offered a unique sense of security. The harbor's average depth of merely 40 feet was believed to render traditional aerial torpedo attacks utterly ineffective. Standard torpedoes designed for deeper waters would prematurely strike the harbor bottom, failing to hit their targets. Consequently, the formidable existing defenses, vigilant air patrols, robust anti-submarine nets guarding the entrance, and powerful anti-aircraft artillery, were primarily configured to repel conventional threats like high-altitude bombing or direct surface incursions. This specific geographical characteristic, ironically, bred a dangerous complacency regarding one of naval warfare's most devastating weapons. Despite their formidable reputation, torpedoes were ironically dismissed as a significant threat at Pearl Harbor, even though their devastating power against capital ships, like battleships and aircraft carriers, was widely acknowledged. A single well-placed torpedo could inflict catastrophic damage below the waterline, often leading to rapid capsizing or explosions. Yet conventional aerial torpedoes of the time faced a critical technical limitation. Their depth-keeping mechanisms were simply not designed for shallow waters. In Pearl Harbor's average 40-foot depth, these weapons typically failed, either impacting the seabed prematurely, getting stuck in the mud, or detonating inefficiently. This inherent technical flaw fostered a strong, perceived safety net for the base. Naval strategists widely believed that Pearl Harbor's unique geographical and bathymetric conditions made it effectively immune to aerial torpedo attacks, creating a dangerous complacency that would soon be tragically challenged. The critical element was Japan's Type 91 aerial torpedo, a sophisticated long-range weapon already advanced for its time. However, its true devastating potential against Pearl Harbor's fleet was unlocked by the brilliant Kai-2 modification. Japanese engineers, facing the challenge of shallow waters, ingeniously added wooden anti-roll fins to the torpedo's tail section. These weren't just decorative. They were vital for stabilizing the torpedo's flight path and preventing it from diving too deep or skipping upon impact when dropped from low altitudes into the shallow harbor. Furthermore, the warhead featured a strengthened nose, designed specifically to prevent it from burying itself harmlessly in the mud or breaking apart upon striking the water. These ingenious adaptations overcame what was previously considered an insurmountable technical barrier, turning the Type 91 into the ultimate stealth weapon for the specific conditions of Pearl Harbor, defying all conventional wisdom regarding shallow water torpedo attacks. The execution of the Pearl Harbor attack saw the modified Type 91 torpedoes unleash their full, devastating potential. Japanese Nakajima B-5N Kate torpedo bombers, flying at remarkably low altitudes, deployed these engineered marvels with pinpoint precision. This revolutionary approach enabled an unprecedented success rate. The torpedoes sliced through the harbor's shallow waters, overcoming previous technical limitations to strike their targets accurately below the waterline. Key battleships bore the brunt of this technological surprise. The USS Arizona was catastrophically hit and rapidly exploded. The USS Oklahoma quickly capsized, and the USS West Virginia sustained critical damage, ultimately sinking. This immediate crippling damage to the heart of the U.S. Pacific Fleet vividly demonstrated the torpedo's pivotal, game-changing role and the unforeseen effectiveness of its specialized design. The aftermath of Pearl Harbor delivered a profound psychological and strategic shock, jolting the U.S. and the world into recognizing the war's global reach. Crucially, the attack sounded the death knell for the battleship's reign, as the modified torpedo's devastating effectiveness against even heavily armored vessels dramatically shifted naval doctrine towards carrier-based air power. This technological surprise underscored an enduring lesson for military strategists: the imperative for continuous innovation and proactive adaptation. Complacency against unforeseen threats, especially those born from clever engineering, proved catastrophic, reinforcing the constant need to evolve defenses and offensive capabilities. The legacy emphasizes staying ahead in the technological arms race. Pearl Harbor's devastation hinged on the Type 91 torpedo's tech adaptation, showing innovation can negate defenses. What sleeper tech could surprise modern forces today? Share your thoughts in the comments.